Alrighty. On the images layer is where I was last working. You could hide your 3-column guide now if you like, but this eyeball is definitely on the images layer. Nothing else is showing right now, and I'm going to click down here in the layers panel where there's nothing and add a new layer and double click and call this type. This is such a nice thing to know how to do. What it is take a look here. I'm going to select this type block and then hold the shift key and select this other element of type. So I use the shift key to select more than one object. Please look. If you notice, it's so tiny, but there's a little green square there because the layout highlight color for that layer is green. So anything on that layer that is currently selected is green. And I'm going to click on that green thing and I'm going to drag it straight up into this type layer. And you will notice that it is now highlighted in blue because it is on the type layer. Should we do that again? All right, so click type element 1, hold the shift key down, click type element 2, and then you can use this little green square or whatever color it is on your layer. See, I don't want the text or the type in the images layer. I want it up here in the type layer, so I'm going to click and drag and let that go up into the new layer I created. And so now it's separate, which is helpful for the next thing I'm going to do, which is to teach you how to make a runaround, how to make your type run around an object exactly how you want it. Okay, important technique, peoples. So if you need help, please let me know. Yes. All right, here I come. I'm going to just pause this. So I'm going to come over here to the images layer and I'm going to click this slot to the right of the eyeball tool to lock that layer so I can't move the image. And I need to do something else, and that is I want to create what is known as a runaround. So just double checking, yep, that's the text. Oops, looks like I didn't get this other piece of text up there, so it's still on the green layer or the images layer, and now it's up there, and now this is locked. Okay? All right. To make this runaround object, I need to have yet a new layer. So here it comes. I'm going to create a new layer, bonk. That is the sound it makes when you make a new layer. And this is going to be run arounder. This is the runarounder. That is not an official name, but it's just one I like. If you want, you can also lock the type layer because you're only going to be working on the runarounder layer. So I still need this shape, but I need it in a different place. Okay. So if I take the text now, so unlock your text layer, and I select it, here it comes. Okay. And I'm going to do edit copy. So get that text. You still need that kind of runarounder layer, but do the copy of your text. Okay. Then hide your text. Show the runarounder layer. You may need your guides. Please be watching. I know it's really tempting to try to do this, but please try to watch. Pen tool. And I'm going to draw almost the same shape, but I'm going to draw it very quickly here so that it actually is a container as opposed to a deflector. So I'm creating this box. Now this is super important. There are some times when you want to make absolutely straight lines. And that is one of the things that the shift key will allow you to do. Can you even see that line? No, it is yellow. I'm holding the shift key. I'm going to do this again. And I have this shape. That's where my text is going to go. And I can adjust that later. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to double click on my runarounder layer here and make sure that the highlight color is something visible, such as this very dark blue. All right. So when I draw this new shape, okay, I'm going to answer Michael's question from earlier, which is what about other other splits of columns? Please be looking. I'm actually going to draw a rectangle first and put down another guide. So it might be a really good idea just to have this guide on here, but just temporarily. So I'm going to drag this guide right to the center point. Please be watching. Because I don't want to put down the type too randomly. I want to split this into something that makes sense. So I'm going to put this type across the bottom. I'm holding the shift key to make a straight line, and then up this side, straight line. So I split my column, 3-column, into a 6th there, and then you can just continue to build the shape. Seems like a lot of work, right? You will get fast at it. So there's my shape. Let me just show you the steps. Now I'm going to tell this to have no fill and no stroke, or essentially be invisible, but it's still there. And I'm going to go to the text tool, and I'm going to choose this tool called the Text Area Type Tool. So my shape has no fill and stroke. I'm choosing the Text Area Type Tool, and I'm going to click here up at the top, and it may just fill your text in for you. If you had specific text you wanted, there I just pasted it. Click away, make sure everything looks right. So you're putting it in a shape. This makes me feel like I want to move the headline. So here's my headline. I'm going to copy it. Paste. This is my new runarounder text. I'm going to paste onto that layer. Place my object. And then you can use the regular selection tool to edit your text. All right, are you guys able to make the text shape? Base everything. And what this might need to finish it. But I'm definitely not that happy about the spacing on this text. And I should also mention that this little red box here is overflow. This means there's more text in the box than is showing. That can be a problem at times, and you need to understand what that's about. So I'm going to tell you about that in the next movie.